I saw someone else do this. It's my story on transgender or gender confused, whatever you want to call it. It started out at a very young age, and I always played it off because I was always attracted to men, so I thought that could like hold me back and give me a reason to know who I am instead of, I don't know. Like you said, it's hard being a transgender because people look at you and you're like, what are you doing? Why are you dressing like a guy? You're a female. You have boobs. Let me take pride in them. It's not that I'm not proud. It's not who I am. I am not a female. And alright, so I was at this little jump house thingy for my niece because she needed to be out. And this little boy came up to me and he's like, I liked your hair. So I said thanks. But then he asked me something that really, made me feel weird. He asked me if I was a girl or a boy. I kind of smiled and I looked down at him and I'm a female, but at the same time I'm a male. And he just looked at me and tilted his head and you'll understand when you're older, you may have the same problems. And he just hugged me and walked away, and I was like, oh, strange kid, but I like him. Transgenderality is that even a word? I don't know. Being a transgender it's new, it's different, it helps you figure out who you are. I'm 14, this may just be a stage. It may be who I really am, but I'm kind of scared, really. Not many people take me serious. I try to talk to my friends about it, but they think I'm just kidding around, and they just blow it off for something else and ignore me. I love them to death, but they really need to learn how to listen and just be there for me, because I'm always there for them. I was on Feral Heart the other day, and someone I met on there asked me if I was male or female, and I told them I was a male. And my friend, I love her dearly, but it kind of made me angry. She's like, no, you're not, you're a female. I've seen your DeviantArt, you're a female. And I'm like, we talked about this. I made a journal about it. I hope you read it because you would know. And we talked about this earlier. And she's like, well, then let's talk about it again. So, in my angriness, not really angry, just frustrated, I'm making this video to discuss me. I haven't talked to anyone really about this besides my mother, and she doesn't support me. She never supports anything that doesn't benefit for her. People say, oh, she's so pretty. She looks just like her mother. She. I'm not, girl. And I appreciate, the comments and compliments about my looks, but I'm not beautiful, I'm handsome, thank you. And a couple days later after I told her, she's like, why are you not wearing makeup? Why are you wearing male clothing? Like, I told you, I discussed this with you. I knew you weren't going to support me, so just leave me alone. Let me be who I am. I can't talk to this about my father because he's gone. He walked off on me. I have no way to communicate with him. To be honest, I don't want to communicate with him. He's a dick. So, I feel like I have nowhere to go with this. I have no support whatsoever. And that's all I really need is support and food. I like food. That's another thing. My last video, I had 2 chins and you could barely see the corners of my lips. But I lost 10 pounds since that. And I look pretty dang good. I'm proud of myself. running around and watching what I eat. That's another thing you need to do. Is like, Jesus, you know you're doing the wrong thing. Just stop. I'm off topic again. Sorry. Anyway, my real name is Emma Rowe, and I want to change it. I don't like that name. I don't like the last name. My father gave it to me. I haven't decided on a new different last name, and Simon here just sounds weird. But I like Tripp because it upholds or upbrings my clumsiness, and also the beginning, Triforce. Hello, nerd. Where am I going with this? I'm changing my name, Tripp. I prefer Tripp, and I prefer male pronouns. Thank you. It's gonna be a lot longer than I wanted it to be. I was hoping for like 2 minutes. Now it's going on 6. Sorry. But anyway, I was gonna talk about this. Like you said, it's Danny is his name. There's 2 Dannys who are gender bends, and I don't know. I was originally I had beautiful blonde hair, and it was down to my ass crack because I never cut it, and it never felt right. I was always the little girl climbing the trees in dresses and literally layered in mud. I have a picture of that, just covered in mud. I was always fishing, you know, cutting things open, you know, just being a dude. I always played it off as a tomboy, like he did, but I don't know. Being a girl is just not me. I'm not a female. If you have any advice for me to discuss this with my mother, that would really, really help me, because I have absolutely no idea how to get this through her head. She's stubborn as a mule. Nothing goes through. It's just... Okay? I don't know how else to compare it. This is the longest I've ever talked. So I'm gonna end it. My name's Tripp. I'm a male. I prefer male pronouns. I'm not a girl anymore. Thank you. Farewell.